Alright, you're welcome to the online tutorial class. Once again, Sir Muhammad. So today we'll be looking at organic chemistry 2, and today we'll be looking at benzene and the nomenclature of benzene. So benzene was found by Kekule. We're not going to go into history, you read that one yourself. So benzene, this is a benzene. Under normal circumstances, in some texts you see benzene drawn this way. Sometimes you see it this way. It all means the same thing. The reason why you see this is because of the resonance structure. Because it continues resonating. You know, we talk about mesomeric effect in our previous classes. So you can check on the previous class for mesomeric effect. By mesomeric effect, we keep on having resonance within the structure of benzene. So because of that continuous resonance, that is why it is usually represented in the ring form instead of using the bond type form. So today we are going to look at the nomenclature of benzene. So this compound is a benzene on its own. So, but when it is being attached to by a methyl group, CH3 as a methyl group, this is called methyl benzene. It's called methyl benzene, or you use the trivial name called toluene. It's called toluene, but some people call it toluene. So that one is your own problem, depending on the way you know how to pronounce it. So it's called either you call it methyl benzene or you call it toluene. So that is one. Another type is benzene attached to NH2. This one is called aminobenzene. Benzene. So by IUPAC nomenclature, it is called aminobenzene. But the trivial name is called aniline. It's called aniline. So that is another benzene derivative. Then we have another benzene derivative attached to by NO2. This one is called nitrobenzene. This one is called nitrobenzene, or you call it, this one is called nitrobenzene. I don't know if it's trivial name, but I know it's called nitrobenzene. Then we also have another one. We have benzene attached to COOH. This one is called benzoic acid. This one is called benzoic acid. A benzene attached to by a carboxylic group. Then, when it is attached to by a halogen group, is called halobenzene. It's called halobenzene. Meaning, if it is chlorine, it's called chlorobenzene. If it is bromine, bromobenzene. If it is iodine, iodobenzene. So, depending on the type of halogen present on that benzene ring, so we use those things to call them. Then we have this is called methoxy. Benzene. Or you call it anisotonium. So it's either you call it anisole or you call it methoxybenzene. The benzene attached to by OCH3. So another one is a benzene attached to by SO3H. This one is called benzene sulfonic acid. Benzene sulfonic acid or sulfuric acid. Then, okay, these are little among many. There are very many, but these are just few among the many. So now we are going to look at how do we name these compounds that we have just listed. So, in knowing these particular things we have listed, we have, let's say you have a benzene. Now we are going to, all the ones that we have just listed are called monosubstituted benzene. They are monosubstituted, having one substituent. So now let's go to disubstituted benzene. What do we do about disubstituted benzene? So let's say we have a benzene which is having NO2, and we have on the same benzene we have CH10. So now what you do is you are going to check if we consider our problem is where do we start counting from. It's either we start counting from here 1, 2, or we start counting from here 1, 2. So the problem is who is going to carry the parent name. Is it with the methyl group to be called toluene, or is it with the nitro group to be called nitrobenzene? So this is where we are going to face problem. So what we are going to do is we are going to look at these two compounds. We are going to look at these two compounds. The electron releasing group will be favored than the electron withdrawing group. So now looking at this, CH3 is an electron releasing group. Since it's an electron releasing group, therefore it is going to be supplying electrons to the benzene ring, while this one is going to be drawing electron away from the benzene ring. So we are going to consider the person that is what? Adding electron. For example, if I have a father, maybe I have two uncles. One of my uncles usually give me money, while the other one always collect money from me. So if they ask me to present my father, maybe in the absence of my father, who do I present? I will present my uncle that is giving me money, not the uncle that is extorting money from me.
Of course.
Do you understand? So now this is what is happening here. This one is supplying the benzene, while this one is withdrawing from the benzene. So therefore, this one will be given more consideration than this one, because this one is withdrawing, while this one is what? This one is withdrawing, while this one is supplying. So therefore, this one will carry the parent name, meaning this compound will be called toluene. The parent name for this compound will be toluene, or toluene as the case may be. Why? Then since it's called toluene, now we move from that, we start our counting from here. 1, 2. On carbon number 2, we have a nitro group, so we call it 2-nitro. 2-nitro, then you bring this thing to the what? Toluene. Or you can say 2-nitro methyl benzene, if you decide to use the other name. No, I prefer using toluene. So sometimes position 1 and 3 we refer to this as O2. 1, 2, O2, 1, 3, meter, 1, 4, para. So this is our position 1. Nitro is in position 2, so we can call it O2. You represent it with O, then you say nitro to E. So any of these two you think is okay for you, you can use it. They are all the same thing. There's the third one, which is also 2-nitro-methyl-benzene. So anyone you use, you feel like using, they are all correct. So let's go to another disubstituted benzene. Now, in this compound, we have 2 electron releasing groups. 2 electron releasing groups. CH3 is an electron releasing group. NH2 is an electron releasing group. But this one is supplied by inductive effect, while this one is supplied by mesomeric effect. If you remember mesomeric effect, you can check on the previous class. We talk about mesomeric effect. The mesomeric effect where there will be delocalization of pi electrons. So this nitrogen has a lone pair which will participate in the resonance, and therefore it is supplying this ring by mesomeric effect, while this one is supplied by inductive effect. So if you also check the video on inductive effect, you understand. But we say mesomeric effect supply more than what? Inductive effect. It's just, for example, maybe I receive a call. Okay, I call you, I say, okay, hello, Safi, where are you? Can you come? I have 5,000 naira to give you. And another person says he has 500,000 naira to give you. Of course, you will go to the person that is giving you 500,000 naira and collect it first before going to the person that will give you 5,000 naira. So the same thing. Mesomeric effect will supply almost times 10 of what inductive effect is supplying. Therefore, the one that is supplied by mesomeric effect will be considered more than the one that is supplied by inductive effect. Therefore, in this case, remember we said a benzene attached by NH2 is called aniline. So we say the parent name should be what? Aniline. And then we are starting our counting from here. 1, 2. This is 2-methyl. So we can say 2-methyl, then what? Aniline. 2-methyl, then aniline. Then let's go to more than disubstituted when they are more than di. Or you can say this one, you can also say O2-methyl. You can say O2-methyl aniline. Or you can say 2-methyl aminobenzene. Or you can say O2-methyl aminobenzene. Anyone you write it, the same thing is correct. So let's have another example. Now look at this benzene now. It's attached to by NH3, CH3, NO2, and chlorine. So the highest electron releasing group here is NH2. Therefore, NH2 is more electron releasing, is supplying by mesomeric effect, others are supplying by inductive effect. Therefore, but chlorine is withdrawing electron from this ring by inductive effect, but it is supplying it by mesomeric effect. It's just like saying I will collect 500 naira from you and give you 500,000 naira. So you see, it's negligible. I hope you understand. So that's what chlorine does. It withdraws by inductive effect and supply by mesomeric effect. While this one supplied completely by mesomeric effect without withdrawing. This one supplied by reductive effect. This one is withdrawing. So you see, this one that is supplying will be the first to be considered without withdrawing. That's the person to be considered. The mass person should have been this person, but 1, 2, 3, 4 will meet it. 1, 2, 3, 4 will meet it. So we don't have problem with that. So now we need to know who will now be our position 2. Is it this man or is it this man? So now if you move like this, this person is withdrawing. This person is releasing. So therefore, if you know that if you pass through this door, your uncle will collect money from you, but if you pass through this door, your uncle will give you money. You will not pass through this door. You will pass through this door. So the same thing is happening here. So therefore, we are going to pass through this place and not through this place. So we count 1, 2. On carbon number 2, I have a methyl group. 3, nothing. On carbon number 4, I have a chlorine group, which is chloro. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On carbon number 6, I have a nitro group. And the parent name, of course, in H2 is aniline. So now from here, we can name alphabet using alphabetical order. Which one comes first between C, N, and M? So C comes first. So we say 4 chloro, 2 methyl, 6 nitro, then aniline. So you can go ahead and practice more examples, but for today we are going to stop here. In our next class, we'll look at more complex examples, and then we'll also look at the reactions that benzene undergo. We have auto-para directors, who are the living groups, who are the nucleophiles, who are the living group and who are the nucleophiles. Then also we are going to look at the auto-para, auto-attack, meta-attack, para-attack, auto-para directors, and meta-directors. So that will be in the next class, inshallah. Once again, peace and Muhammad. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.